Welcome. I have been dying to make this video. This has taken me a lot of time to cross-reference a lot of websites, and I want to make a statement. Say, for example, I say 30 title defenses, and you're like, well, I read it was 29 or 28. Bitch, it's still around 30. It's not like it's 500. Okay? So these numbers, some of them might be pinpoint accurate. Others might be a little bit loose, but it'll still give you a very good sense of how things have changed over the years in the past half a century, and how I consider CM Punk's 434-day reign one of the most significant in what I call the modern televised era. You see, we can't in some ways compare his title reign to Bruno Sammartino from the flipping early 60s. It's unfair because TV live coverage was almost non-existent at all, let alone for wrestling. But I'm still going to go through it in reverse order from oldest to newest so that we can kind of get a sense as to how things went on, and that how in the end I can't dunk on Roman Reigns' 1,316-day reign nearly as much as I should have been if we compare him to other people. And what we're going to use as the default blueprint, if you will, is the per 100 days. How many times has a champion defended their title on televised shows? Because those are considered canon. House shows slash live events. I'm just going to call them house shows because the televised events are live events. Yeah, that's what matters. Okay, that's the story. Remember, dark shows, whatever they're called, house shows where they're not televised, that's not canon. It doesn't count in a way. Okay, so let's go with Bruno Sammartino. He has to be mentioned. I mean, he's so old. He was a part of the WWF when it was the WWF, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. He acquired the belt on May the 17th, 1963. Longest reign in history, 2,803 days. A rough estimate of 15 to 20 title defenses on live TV. Again, coverage was limited then. It's estimated that he's had over 2,000 overall title defenses at house shows. Now, when I say the statement, overall title defenses at house shows, that does not include the live TV defenses. Those are separate. It still gives you an idea here, okay? Right there. Bob Backlund, who won the belt just a month after I was born. God, I'm old. Second longest reign in history, 2001. Oh, yeah, and sorry, this works out per 100 days. I didn't even bother doing it for him because it's 100% unfair. Bob Backlund, still a little unfair, but let's do it anyways. Bob Backlund won the belt December 6, 1978. 2,135 days, second longest reign. 15 title defenses. Again, those are televised. But 500 to 700 overall title defenses at house shows. That works out to be 0.7 title defenses per 100 days. When I do the per 100 days again, that is for televised. Remember, house shows don't count, unfortunately, even though they should a little bit more for him. So we still hold him and Bruno Sammartino in high regards for the amount of title defenses. Now we go with Hulk Hogan, who arguably kickstarted the golden era of professional wrestling. Won the championship, well, many times, but the one during his longest reign, he's got the third longest reign in history, on my dad's birthday, January the 23rd, 1984. 1,474 days, third longest reign, 30 televised title defenses. So we've doubled it from Bob Backlund because now we're a couple of years later. Like 6 years later. I'm not good at math. even though I got all these numbers. 400 now. A little bit less than Backlund, but he's held it less as well. 400 overall title defenses at house shows. But for televised, that works out to be 2 title defenses per 100 days, which is more than the 0.7 from Bob Backlund. Now we're going to talk about the man of the hour. Hopefully this video is in an hour. For your sake. CM Punk won the belt 5 days after my birthday, November the 20th, 2011. And he would kickstart his 434-day reign. This is the 3rd longest of the modern era. Hogan's not considered the modern era, but I'm considering him the modern televised era. He was sort of like the transition period in where you can kind of excuse him a little bit, but not really due to technological restrictions and broadcasting and whatnot. Whereas CM Punk doesn't really have any excuses. 434-day reign. 21 televised title defenses. Okay? 121 overall title defenses at house shows. We could see every time we get closer to today, the house shows just plummet. From 400 with... Now, Hogan had 1,000 days on him, but I'm just saying. 121 total title defenses. That works out to a 4.8 title defense per 100 days for televised events again. Hogan doubled Backlund. Punk more than doubled Hogan. Okay? Slightly unfair compared, but it's still there. Now we do Brock Lesnar, who arguably had the shittiest run, even though he's one of my favorites of all time. He won the championship on April the 2nd, 2017, 6 years later after Punk. 504 days. So give or take roughly the same amount of days that Punk had it. But he only did 7 title defenses. I don't want to hear, I heard it was 8. You get the Will Smith slap with the power of the Rock. That is 5 overall title defenses at house shows. So from 121 to 5. That's a huge drop in just 6 years, like, difference. Only 7 title defenses. That's a third of what CM Punk did for televised title defenses. 1.4 title defenses per 100 days. Ouch. Wow. Roman Reigns. Oh, and he had, Brock Lesnar had the 2nd longest reign of the modern era. Roman Reigns won August the 30th, 2020, almost half a decade ago already. 1,316 days. Again, the longest of the modern era. 32 televised title defenses. 7 overall. That's it. Title defenses at house shows. That's an average of 2.4 title defenses per 100 days. Okay? So again, we see that decline again more and more and more astronomically since CM Punk. Even though they don't count canon, it still shows you how active he was. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Now, 2.4 title defenses per 100 days for Roman Reigns. Because remember, including myself, we shat all over how many times Roman Reigns defended his title. And it was absolutely ridiculous. Part-timer, this, that, and the other thing. Well, so far, he's got a higher average than Cody Rhodes, Mr. Full-Time Champ, per 100 days. That means that if Cody Rhodes keeps up the same momentum, Roman Reigns actually has more title defenses than he does per 100 days at televised events. Not something you would think. And now he's only in, I said 345. This was like, I made this almost a week ago, so it's probably 350, but the numbers aren't changing. 7 title defenses. 2 title defenses per 100 days. 5 overall title defenses at house shows, which again do not count towards the average. Wow. So when people say Cody Rhodes's title defense reign thing is a bit lackluster, the numbers don't lie. Big Papa Pump said so himself. The numbers don't lie. And now, Gunther, who won on August the 3rd, 2024, he's at 230 plus days now. 5 title defenses, 2 overall at house shows. We're just going right down to almost a goose egg. But his average per 100 days is 2.2 per 100. So let's go back again from newest to oldest now. We're just going to do title defenses per 100 days on televised events. Gunther, 2.2. Cody, 2. Roman Reigns, 2.4. Brock Lesnar, 1.4. CM Punk, a whopping 4.8. Hogan, 2. Backlund, 0.7. Even that's not really fair. And even Hogan in some regards. So actually, of the modern era, Roman Reigns has the second best per 100-day title defenses. And I thought for sure he'd have the worst. And again, whether it was 32, it was 29, it was 35, okay? Whether it was 21 or 17 or 25, it doesn't change that average, maybe by a 0.1 or a 0.2 or a 0.3, okay? This still gives you a very good insight how house shows are just diminishing and becoming next to non-existent, at least for title defenses for World Heavyweight Championship titles. Again, this took a lot of research, and that is why I said that CM Punk has the most title defenses per 100 days in the past half a century. It's hard to ignore that. Whatever powers were at play to make this happen, whether it was him, I feel like I'm slouching and you're just going to see the top of my egghead. I don't know, but I wanted to give even more recognition to CM Punk and CM Punk's title reign than it may have already had to begin with. I also want to bring another point that I really appreciated his entire title run, as I did with most others, but that I wish that, and I know we can't go back in the past. I just wish, like with Cody Rhodes in the now, Gunther in the now, that we could step it up a little bit. Like Cody Rhodes, Mr. Finish the Story. 350 days. That's almost a year. 7 title defenses at live shows? That's like a title defense every couple of months. That's ridiculous. I just wish they would you could still have him stay as champ. I've been the champion for 12 years. Oh, that's impressive. Yeah, I haven't defended it yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm exaggerating, but just to paint the picture of what I'm trying to say, I just wish that we stepped it up a notch. CM Punk started off amazingly for the modern era, post-Hogan, because Hogan's golden era, he's not modern era. I just wish that they would have kept that. Same thing with Brock Lesnar. Knowing that he would have done this is just absolutely insane. I mean, Cody Rhodes at this point, the way he's going, 2 seems to be like the average number, though, overall. Whether it's 2, 2.2, 2.4, right? It just seems to somewhat be, even with Hogan, 2, right? I just wish we could just kick it up. And there might be a reason why they don't. They want to save it for just PLEs and, you know, the very odd Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I kind of get that. I just feel like we should do it more often, have a lot more close calls to build the suspense. And maybe that's why they don't do it. Maybe in closing of my statement, maybe I just answered my own question. Maybe because it would make it too predictable. I really don't know. Either which way, I think my argument still stands a little bit. That if we just simply have more title defenses on Raw and SmackDown, not just at PLEs, and even some PLEs, some champions don't even defend. They're not even there, period. And I feel like they almost always should be. It's easy for me to start just fantasy booking as a wrestling mark, even though my name is Phil. But that was just something that I would hope would ring true. Because, again, going through his title reign, I don't know what this is, his entire title reign and watching it televised, it was just a shit ton of fun. It was just amazing. Obviously, I didn't go to any of the live shows, but man, did he ever do a lot of live shows. Like, wow. Anyhow, that's enough of a rant there. I don't even know how long I've been recording for. There we go. It's been a while. Something that should have taken 5 minutes. Oh, this is actually on par with the average length of my other videos. When I do a recap, this was basically a title defense recap per 100 days over the past half century. So there you have it. Let me know what you think just overall. Thumbs up, as always, if you like the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm in trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up online. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half and I'll break that thing off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and if I'm lucky, maybe I shall see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.